Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. A busy slate as we start the week off here. Starting with the Chicago Cubs versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -150. The Reds plus 135 with the over-under at 10.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 72-64. The Reds 71-67. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 5.55. Pitching for the Reds is Carson Spears with an ERA of 0. Tylon, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Spears looks like he's making his first start here for the Reds today. Cubs coming off back-to-back losses against the Reds. Been a close last 2 games. Only a 1-run game in these 2 matchups, or in these 2 meetings the last 2 days. Reds 6-3 at home against the Cubs here. Tylon coming off back-to-back 4-run games. And we're going to see how Spears looks here. And I don't know, not in love with the new pitcher. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Cubs on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -110. Brewers plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 74-61. Brewers 76-59. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 3.88. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 3.17. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Miley, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Phillies on a 3-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Brewers losses. Brewers looking good in the series so far. Back-to-back 7-5 wins here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 2 to 3 runs in this one. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Washington Nationals. Marlins opening up as road favorites at -160. Washington plus 135 with the over-under at 8.5. Marlins coming into this matchup 69-67. The Nationals 62-75. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 4.28. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 4.05. Sandy, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Miami on a 3-game winning streak, coming off 3 straight Washington wins. Washington on a 4-game losing streak. Miami's been pretty dominant in this series so far. They're 7-0 on the road against the Nationals here, and yeah, I think I'm going to take the Marlins on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the New York Mets. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -160. The Mets plus 135 with the over-under at 8.5. Mariners coming into this matchup 77-58. The Mets 62-74. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.28. Pitching for the Mets is Tyler Megill with an ERA of 5.29. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Megill, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Seattle beating the Mets yesterday 8-7 in a close one. It's been back-to-back 1-run games here, so it's been a close series so far. Seattle 8-2 on the road. Been getting it done on the road here. They are 5-2 head-to-head against the Mets here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 2-3 runs here, and I think I'm going to take the Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. Boston opening up as road favorites at -200. The Royals +170 with the over-under at 10. Boston coming into this matchup 70-66. The Royals 42-95. Pitching for Boston is Chris Sale with an ERA of 4.75. Pitching for the Royals is Taylor Clark with an ERA of 5.44. Sale, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Clark, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Boston, coming off a Royals win, 9-5 yesterday, after losing 13-2 the day before, kind of figured they'd bounce back with the Royals, not winning 2 games in a row in a long time. So, kind of saw that coming here. Yeah, gonna take Boston here. I think that win yesterday was a nice get them back on track here, and I'll take Boston on the road. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. Detroit opening up as road favorites at -145. The White Sox +130 with the over-under at 9. Detroit coming into this matchup 62-74. Chicago 53-83. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 3.93. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 5.08. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Kopech, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Detroit on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a nice White Sox win, 10-0. Been dominant these last 2 games. They're 6-1 on the road, playing well on the road here. Skubal been okay on the mound here, and I think I'm gonna take the Tigers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -135. The Pirates +125 with the over-under at 9. Pirates coming into this matchup 63-73. The Cardinals 58-78. Pitching for the Pirates is Johan Oviedo with an ERA of 4.20. Pitching for the Cardinals is Zach Thompson with an ERA of 3.92. Oviedo, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Thompson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pirates on a 5-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against St. Louis. They've just been undervalued in this series so far, and the better team. And they've just been playing well, and Cardinals haven't. And they're still going to give Pirates underdog value. I'm going to take it every single game. Give me Pirates +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -135. The Twins +125 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 71-65. The Rangers 75-60. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 4.69. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 3.60. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off back-to-back Ranger wins. Rangers on a 3-game losing streak here. Haven't looked good this series. Minnesota 10-2 on the road against the Rangers. Still, I think that this game's poorly misjudged. Twins should be the favorite. I really think so. And still getting underdog value seems kind of crazy to me. So, I'm going to take Twins +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Colorado Rockies. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 250. Colorado plus 210 with the over-under at 11.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 74 and 62. The Rockies 50 and 85. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.30. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 6.08. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Toronto, coming off a Colorado loss yesterday, kind of a just disappointing 1-run loss yesterday. But, Colorado hasn't won back-to-back games in a while here. So, just a tough loss. But I think Toronto will bounce back today. Both pitchers giving up a couple runs here. And I'm going to take Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Oakland Athletics. Angels opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Oakland plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 64 and 72. Oakland 41 and 95. Pitching for the Angels is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 5.58. Pitching for Oakland is Kyle Muller with an ERA of 7.67. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Muller, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels coming off back-to-back losses against Oakland here. Oakland look good in this series so far. Angels, you could just see they're pretty much done for. It's kind of hard to watch. They just suck. They really do. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs, so not a great looking matchup here. I'd still take a shot with Oakland plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 110. Dodgers plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 90 and 45. The Dodgers 83 and 52. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 3.29. Pitching for the Dodgers is Bobby Miller with an ERA of 4.0. Morton, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Braves, 9-1 in their last 10, 3 straight wins against the Dodgers. They've just been dominant in this Dodgers series so far. Playing great, 4-1 on the road against LA. Morton only giving up 1 run in his last 3 starts here. I think I gotta roll with the Braves on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Baltimore plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 84 and 51. Arizona 70 and 66. Pitching for Baltimore is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 4.73. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 3.32. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Baltimore beating Arizona yesterday 7-3. Nice win for the Orioles here. They still struggle against Arizona, but I think they're a good underdog here, and I'll take Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 135. The Giants plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. Giants coming into this matchup 70 and 66. The Padres 64 and 73. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 3.57. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 3.67. Cobb, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Giants, coming off back-to-back Padre wins. I'm sorry, Giants coming off back-to-back Padre losses. Padres look good so far these last 2 games. Lugo been very good on the mound here, and only giving up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. I think I would take the Padres at home in this one. I think it's a good spot for them. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Cleveland Guardians. Rays opening up as road favorites at -145. Cleveland +120 with the over-under at 9. Rays coming into this matchup 82-54. The Guardians 66-70. Pitching for the Rays is Taj Bradley with an ERA of 5.54. Pitching for the Guardians is Xavier Curry with an ERA of 4.10. Bradley, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Curry, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Tampa Bay coming off back-to-back Cleveland losses here. Disappointing 2 games. Cleveland on a 4-game winning streak, playing well on this little stretch they're on. Tampa Bay 0-6 on the road against Cleveland. Crazy, they just haven't been able to beat Cleveland and beat them on the road here. Not sure what's up with the Rays in this series. Bradley coming off a 5-run game. I don't know. Cleveland a little hot right now on that 4-game winning streak. I'm gonna take a shot with Cleveland +1.5 at home. Then the last matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -145. The Yankees +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 67-69. The Astros 77-60. Pitching for the Yankees is Michael King with an ERA of 2.96. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 4.66. King, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Javier, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Yankees coming off back-to-back Astro wins here. They've looked very good in this series so far, playing well, hitting well. King coming off back-to-back 0-run games here, and still like Yankees here, and I'll take Yankees +1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.